Bonjour tout le monde, j'espère que vous allez bien. After the recent breaking news of PGWP no extension, most of you were devastated. Some of you have decided to take the route of LMAI, while others are moving back to the home country or maybe deciding to change or move to a different province. While all of these factors are considered or alternatives are getting discussed in the market, I completely advocate learning French. Trust me, French is something that has complete immense power and potential to unlock all of those possibilities that can not only secure a Canadian PR, but also can get you definitely a high-paying Canadian job. However, most of you do not know where to start from. So this video is about all of those questions, all of those interesting queries which runs into your mind, that how to start, where to start from, what to do, if it is worth it, how much expenses is something that you might have to take into mind before you get into this journey, and if you will be able to succeed, what could be the score that you would need. So this video would be complete sum up of all of those information who all of you residing in Canada, so that you know what exactly you're getting on before you get onto this journey. For those of you do not know, this is Ankita Agrawal. I reside in Canada. I cleared the TEF Canada French exam, got my PR. Now I live in Toronto. Apart from that, I help thousands of students to learn French, secure PR, and make their dream come true. If you would like to book one-on-one with me, click on the below link, and you can also subscribe to my channel to understand, to know about all of those lovely videos that I put in. And of course, like the video and comment below in case you want me to talk about something in particular, because I'm very happy and very open to the ideas. And on that note, let's begin the video. Okay, now first let's just understand if it's worth it. For the ones who reside in Canada, I assume that you must be following the points, CRS points between 470 to 500. If you have the CRS points above 500, maybe you can wait because you might be lucky to get ITA. For the ones who have the points which is less than 500, I want you to have a quick look at this chart. Now this chart is the analysis or the snip of all the draws, French draws, particularly category based draw, which took place in 2023. Now, if you see here, 435, 439, 472, 470, 486, and look at this figure of 12th July, which is 375. Imagine 375. That means all they needed were at that time just the TEF Canada or TCF Canada score, and they were good to go. Maybe they did not have IELTS done. Maybe they did not have the great overseas experience. Maybe they did not have Canadian education. So French was enough. Moving further, for the ones who do not know, if you are French speaker, or rather bilingual, or if you've done the TEF Canada exam and scored CLB 7, TCF Canada exam scored CLB 7, then you get 50 points as a bonus, which is like excellent, right? So let me share my screen here with you once, and I'll make you understand that if you study in Canada, you get 15 points, and if you learn French, or rather if you've taken exam in French, which is TEF Canada or TCF Canada, you get 50 bonus points. So imagine, even if you're sitting at 450, 460, 470, you're bound to get 500 plus CRS points, which is just excellent. And this is all you need to secure ITA, and this is all you need to secure your Canada PR, to continue enjoying and relishing those maple syrups, poutine, and also these breathtaking landscapes. Now let's understand in the next bit that what exactly you need to qualify these draws or to get this 50 bonus score. Moving further, and after understanding that it's worth it and it is important to take this exam if in case we really want to continue living in Canada. Now the question arises, how much time one might take to reach to this CLB 7? So this is a very hard nut to crack, because Every situation is different. For the ones who reside in Canada, some of you might be doing 2 jobs. Some of you might be working 7 days. Some of you might be working remotely while others are going to the work 5 days a week. So it depends entirely on your situation, availability, and how much motivated you are. So I have already made a separate video here wherein I have talked about how one of my students did clear the TEF exam in the very first attempt, and she managed to clear it in 8 months. However, her situation could be different from yours. So you really cannot compare, because this is not like apple to apple comparison. So it is imperative to understand a general idea. In order to get those CLB 7, you need something level of B2. What is B2? B2 is something which is a level in French like A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2. So even if you reach to the level of B2, you're good. In order to reach to the level of B2, you need to start from A1, which might take around 1 to 2 months. A2, which again might take similar amount of time duration, and then B1, which might take around 3 months or 2 months depending on your situation, availability, and your coach. Now, some institutes do promise that they make you clear in 6 months, and now it depends on you that how much effort you can put in. Like, I have a student honestly who did give me just 15 classes, and as in I took 15 classes of my student, and he completed his A1 in only 15 one-on-one sessions, which was just remarkable and extremely impressive because the student was motivated, available, he was doing a lot of listening, reading, writing, and speaking with me. So I really could add a lot of value in his classes. So it depends on you, your motivation and availability, and of course you and your coach. But overall, mind you guys, it takes around 8 to 10 months to clear TEF Canada exam. Having said that, you can take this following step, which brings us to the step number 4, that if you think you do not have 8 to 10 months by your side, then all you can do, go back to your home country and start preparing for French and take up any overseas job. So by a year, you would have 1 year of overseas experience, and you would also have the French points by your side. Imagine your points and CRS will be like bursting, and definitely your dream to continue relishing those maple syrups in Canada would continue, and you would definitely be here on PR anytime soon. Talking about the expenses, you wouldn't be spending, shouldn't be spending more than $2,000. Now, this is a ballpark figure because now it varies from a person to person, province to province, because one has to keep in mind that you might spend on group classes, private classes, extra classes, or maybe something else that you might have to predict, but it should be around $2,000 or less than that, which is still way at economical and lesser than your LMAI or going extension to your student visa. Talking about the steps to be taken on this path are as follows. The step number 1, do not fall into the scam. There are a lot of institutes in the market who demands that they would make you clear TEF in 6 months, 3 months, 2 months. Please do not fall into those scams, because trust me, language is something that needs time. It has to be imbibed in you. Your ears must be tuned. Your tongue must touch around the palate of yours. Your body should love French, and ultimately French would give you back, and that needs time. Another step to be taken, which makes me bring to the step 2. The idea is that you can go ahead and toy with this idea. First, to experiment rather than putting the entire entire lot of $2,000 in somebody's hand. Rather ask your coach or institute that why don't we start with the one-on-one classes like I do. So I give my students a liberty to just pay me only for 15 or maximum 20 classes to start with, so that they have a choice to decide whether they like this or not, whether they like this entire idea of learning French or not, because one has to be motivated, one has to be available, because if you're not available, if you're not motivated, if you do not like the sound of the language itself, you wouldn't be here for a very long time, and you might want to quit, which is again frustrating because you would have ended up wasting time, money, and you definitely do not want that to happen. So to sum up, please go ahead and experiment first, whether you like it or not. Last step, which is super important, be patient and stay motivated. Being patient is definitely the mantra of the success for TEF or TCF Canada exam, because you really cannot turn and learn anything overnight. You really have to give a lot of time, be patient, stay motivated, and choose the right coach. Do not fall into the scam. Choose if your teacher is well versed with the idea of TEF or TCF and is capable of making you learn all the 4 modules, or is it just all about grammar? So be mindful of your choices is my last giveaway for you. On that note, let's sign off for the today, and please do comment, subscribe to my channel. If there is anything that I can help you specifically with, please mention in the comment. I'm very happy and open to the ideas. Merci beaucoup. Au revoir. Bisous, bisous.